Welcome, my name is Peter Strong and I provide therapy through Skype for help with anxiety and depression and addictions and other common emotional and psychological problems. The style of psychotherapy that I offer through Skype is called Mindfulness Therapy, which is a very interesting approach based on Buddhist psychology, but in a modern context. And it's very effective indeed for working with emotional habits such as anxiety and depression, addiction, or obsessive thinking, or problems with anger, and so on. These are all emotional habits, basically, and they get established usually in childhood, and then they become more and more unconscious over the years. And these emotional habits operate below the surface and affect the quality of our life and our relationships, until we choose to develop more consciousness around these habits. And that's what we do in mindfulness therapy, which is what I teach through Skype. We learn to essentially illuminate your emotional habits through mindfulness. And when you direct mindfulness onto emotional habits, they start to change quite quickly. The habits cannot thrive in the light of consciousness. When you become conscious of any habits, the habit begins to change and lose its strength. And it's just the same with anxiety or depression. These are habits. And the more conscious you become of the habits, the more that these emotions will begin to subside and heal and transform and resolve themselves. So this is one very well tested principle of mindfulness therapy. We look directly at our habits, not talking about them, not analyzing them, but actually simply sitting with them with consciousness, observing them. When the stronger you become as an observer of your habits, the weaker the habits become. When you work with emotions in this way, you will also begin to see the triggers and the reactions as they happen, as you imagine certain situations, for example. You begin to become much more aware of the triggers that trigger that habitual emotional reaction. And the same thing, the more conscious you become of those triggers, the less power those triggers have to elicit those emotional reactions. So mindfulness is very, very powerful for this reason alone. There are other things that we do during mindfulness therapy that basically all result in you gaining more control and breaking free from those habits, so that you have more choice in your life and a better opportunity to discover happiness, well-being, and skillful action, that is, the ability to make skillful decisions. You cannot make skillful decisions if you are governed by emotional reactivity. You have to have a mind that is clear. That means free from conditioned, habitual emotional reactivity. If you'd like to learn more about this form of psychotherapy, and you'd like to do some Skype therapy sessions with me, then do please go to my website and learn more about Skype Therapy. and Mindfulness Therapy. To schedule a session, simply email me. Send me an email, tell me about yourself and how I can help you. Ask any questions you may have. Tell me what you've tried so far. And when you are ready, we can schedule your first Skype therapy session, and you'll see for yourself just how effective mindfulness therapy is. So I look forward to helping you. Please send me an email. Thank you.